what was going on here? And that's where the idea of a leader brand came in. And what a brand means, and this is what I want you to think about, as in terms of looking at a leader or in terms of thinking about leading, is there, by virtue of this brand, is there some way of knowing what the experience of change, what the experience of transformation, of what's going on in the world, of what's happening in the organization, of what I'm feeling, is there some way of understanding what the experience of that change is going to be? That's what the brand puts out there. It puts out there followers or non-followers. Something is going to change. And as your leader, I'm telling you that among the things that are going to change are you. You are going to change. And I'll take responsibility for that. So I just want you to know what it is that's going to be generating that change. So what does that mean? One of the expressions that we use in this work is that it's your brand as a leader, but it's their wall. Or, if you're following, it's the leader's brand, but it's your wall. And what does that mean? When you step into that leader's arch, when you step into that energy that's bringing about something new and more encompassing, you can only step back so far before you're out of it. There is only so far that you can give yourself up to your old habits. There's only so far that you can back out and step away from what's in front of you without being out of touch with that excitement that the leader is generating. That leader is telling you by that brand that this is how you have to be if you are going to be in this arch, because this is how I have to be if I'm going to commit myself to making this happen. The leader saying, it's not perfect. I'm not saying, I can't promise you success. All I can promise you is that it's worthy. That I can promise you. It will be worthy. And to be worthy of this, you have to be worthy. You have to take that step. You have to take that step into something, into your own resolve that is maybe new for you, that maybe you haven't done before. But if you're going to follow, you have to take that step forward, because that's where we're going, forward. So, what the leader brand is giving you is that definition of that boundary world between the leader's self-trust and your trust. The leader is trying to tell you, how can you trust me? What is there about my life and about the way that I'm living that I want you to know will be there despite my bad moods, despite the fact that I'm asking you to work, 14 hours every day for the next 3 months, despite the fact that I can't pay you as much as I like, despite the fact that we can't afford a really big bash celebrating part at the end. We're just going to have to go on because, the competition is still breathing down our necks and we have the next thing in front of us. Despite all that, how can you trust me? The brand articulates that boundary world. That boundary world. This is how you can trust me. This is the experience I'm creating. And if you step into that, I trust you. And so it is that out of that leader brand, that great flow, that great explosion, that great percolation of exciting and new and generative energies is put out there in the world. The leader brand, finally, is the way for you to say to followers, it's the way for you to hear from a leader that something creative is going on here. Something creative and transformative in the world, in the organization, and in you. That's what you want to hear in that brand. Something creative, life-filling, life-exciting is going to be happening because that leader is presenting that brand, that boundary, that connection for you to step into. That's how you get to decide, is this a leader? Is this an executive? Is this a money maker? Is this an award maker? Who is this person? Is this person a leader? That brand is your key. It's a key that works two ways. The leader's key to you, your key to the leader. So that's the leader brand. So with that, I'll stop here for a moment. My colleague here has to change tapes, and while he's doing that, why don't we take a few questions before we conclude with the arch of the leader's ethic. Maybe you have a few questions you'd like to ask about this.